Welcome back to the JCPod, partnered with Stare Down Sports. Stare Down greatness. It is that time again. It is Pickem Thursdays on a Wednesday, which means we have NFL Pickem to go over. We will be going over NFL Week 8. I will also be going over my bets for college football Week 9. Going to be a fun one. Got a lot of interesting weeks because of all the buys and everything. That's just the best way to put it. But before we jump into all that, let's look back at the week that was in Pickem, and not gonna lie to you, I'm pissed off with myself, man. Pretty pissed off with myself. Because I did it again, damn it. As for the two people Mel, Keith, King Michael, those are the three people that we basically are like worrying out right now. Keith and Mel gained 7 points on me, which is not ideal. I passed, and then I gained an extra point on my grandfather, so cool, I guess, but man, I'm just mad about the Atlanta game. I should have stayed on San Francisco, honestly. I mean, that's honestly really the only thing I'm mad about. I'm kind of mad I had an 8 on Washington once I realized all the injuries they had, and I kind of forgot. I won't lie to you, totally forgot how good Dak Prescott is against the Commanders, so I'll take it for that one. Those are my only complaints, really, is I should have not picked Atlanta on the road. I mean, I should have not taken them. I'm just mad at myself for that. When I took them, I knew it was a loss, and I just should have flipped it. I did not. I mean, the 8, but what killed me was really the 8 on Washington. That's the only thing I'm really upset about. Shocked Cincinnati won that game, won't lie to you, but other than that, I mean, 3 losses in the week, can't be mad at it. I mean, not a bad week at all from your boy. The 2 people that we are worried about, they only missed 2, though. I talked about it a little bit at the end of yesterday's episode, but as you can see, I mean, we're slipping a bit. We're down to 32 behind Keith, which is annoying because I have 2 games. I just don't get it, man. 2-game pick record better, but I'm 30 points behind. I'm telling you, I've just gotten unlucky with some numbers, man. So, not the best week for your boy last week. And literally, it's just from one number. So, it was kind of a chalky-ish week, but just got to keep looking to try to take advantage because there's going to be at least, I would say, like 3 more weeks where it's going to be a week that, I mean, I just had no different picks in him either, which really sucked. But there's going to be like at least 3 weeks where there's going to be a lot of different flip games, and it's really going to matter. So I just got to keep staying the course, man. I mean, the pick record says we're doing good. Just got to figure out some of these damn points, man. So going into this week, I clicked the wrong thing. Going into this week, we'll start off with the Thursday night game, Chargers, Minnesota. I'm taking wrong one. Taking Chargers because Carson Wentz is starting again for the Vikings, and I also just trust Justin Herbert and the Chargers a little bit more. I mean, they played good against the Colts. They just got out to too slow of a start. I mean, if they weren't down 20-33 going in the half, you could argue they probably could have won that game the way they were clicking in the second half. But, man, it's going to be nice when they get a Marion Hampton back. But, I mean, that's probably coming after their bye. When's their bye? I think his IR stint's over week 10. It's either week 9 or week 10 his IR stint's over. And then he could come back, but they're probably, I think most every expert's basically saying they're going to send him out past the bye, which they have where is their bye? Week 12 bye, so that's tough. So, yeah. Vikings, Titans, Steelers, Jaguars, bye. So, yeah, he's probably not coming. Damn. I'm going to need him in the playoffs, I guess. So, I hope I make the playoffs, because, yikes. Anyway, though, that's enough fantasy talk. That's just crazy. Yeah, I mean, in all reality, though, once again, Marion Hampton back, I mean, Week 13 would be good for them as well. I mean, I hate to say it, but kind of oddly enough, similar situation where, as I was just talking about with my fantasy teams, if they can just find a way to kind of stay afloat, figure out the run game, piece it together until they get to Week 13, Week 14, then they can really start hitting the ground running again. I mean, Joe Alt should be coming back here soon. I know Rashawn Slater's still going to be gone for the year, but they've dealt with a lot of injuries, so just getting a lot of guys back should help them. Atlanta, Miami. I mean, I have to go Atlanta. They're at home here, and definitely can't take Miami. They just put Darren Waller on IR with his pec strain, so that kind of kills that team. Not going to lie. They lost Tyreek Hill. They lost Darren Waller, who basically are 2 top pass catchers. Jalen Waddle, who could have been 2, if not 3, behind Waller as of late. But he's going to be out, sounds like. So, I mean, they can run the ball maybe. If pass that, they don't really got anybody else healthy. Cincinnati, New York Jets. I am not taking the Jets. I will say, though, sounds like Tyrod Taylor might be starting. I'm assuming if he doesn't start this week, it's probably coming soon based on the way just the way it sounds out. Let's be honest. It sounds like Justin Fields is getting benched here soon. But going to take Cincinnati. Still not too excited about the offensive line, but after seeing what they did against the Steelers, if they can just put up points again, which they definitely can with Joe, they'll be able to get the job done. New England, Cleveland, gonna take New England as well because they're home. Bit nervous about this game if Cleveland's able to find it in the run game, but I just can't bet against Mike Vrabel. And let's be honest, Drake May, the way he's playing, hard to fade that guy too, especially because as a guy who's had him in fantasy, I've watched him a lot more. It's pretty fun. I'm pretty happy, man. Side note out of Pickem, I had Jaden Daniels last year, had Drake May this year in fantasy, so just quarterback-wise, it's been fun. Last year was fun to watch Jaden Daniels, see how good he was. This year it's been fun just watching Drake May be as good as he's been. Just crazy, man. Patriots are back already. Not the happiest about it, but Bill Belichick and Tom Brady are gone. Resentment's not as there anymore. Philadelphia, New York. I do think Philadelphia gets their get back here against New York. Yeah, I just think they're just basically going to get a get back here. Jalen Carter should play in this game, which should help them out a lot more in the run. We'll say, though, Giants should have a lot of juice, but I'm curious to see how they respond after that loss last week, too. That's a tough loss. That was a really, really bad loss to take, so I am very curious to see how the Giants bounce back in this game, but I will not be taking them. Buffalo, Carolina. Gonna take Buffalo on the road. Andy Dalton is starting. Chuba Hubbard, Rico Dowdle still splitting time. I don't think there's any other injuries on the offense receiver-wise. The only thing I'm scared of is they could run the ball really on Buffalo, but that's my one fear, but I just can't not take the Bills. Especially, I understand Carolina's 4-3 and a little bit better, but I just can't not take the Bills. That's one where I'll just be okay with getting it wrong. Baltimore, Chicago. Have to take Baltimore because Lamar's back. And this is basically like a kitchen sink game, you got to think. If Baltimore loses this game, their season's basically over. They got to put almost everything into this game. And if Lamar Jackson is back and playing, then I'll like it even more. I will say, we're going to check real quick. I believe Lamar Jackson didn't practice like a couple days ago, so I'm curious to see if he's back. As of 49 minutes ago, he returned to practice. That's all I need to see. He is practicing. Give me the Ravens. So far, no dogs. That's probably going to change with this next pick. I got to take San Francisco. I'm okay being wrong with this one. San Francisco won't lie to you, San Francisco's been the team this year that I've just gotten their games wrong a lot. Bet on them against Jacksonville, they lose. Bet against them, they win. They're just hot, and they're a really good team. And offensively, if their defense is going to be able to put up patchwork like that and respond like that, I got to take them against Houston, especially because their offensive line is bad, man. Until that offense gets figured out, I just can't trust Houston at all. Their offense has just been putrid lately. It's the play calling, the offensive line just horrible. I know it's not all on CJ Stroud. He's not fully helping as well either, but it's just an absolute mess in their offense right now, which really sucks. Their defense is legit. So that is one thing I'm scared of taking San Francisco is their defense is legit. By the way, a lot of buys this week as well. Tampa Bay, New Orleans, have to take Tampa Bay. For whatever reason, though, these games are always close. I don't know if it'll be this year, but they were close when Tom Brady was there with the Bucs as well. So, those games are weird, but I think the Buccaneers win, especially coming off a loss to the Lions. I think there's going to be a little bit more edge and want from them. Denver, Dallas. I will be taking Denver. We're going to put a low number on this game as well, just because their offense has just been ass lately. Capital A-S-S, ass lately. I just don't know why it's such a slow start for them. They scored so many points in the fourth quarter. Cool. Can you do that in the first 3 quarters, please? Because that game was stressful, one, to begin with, but I just don't know what's going on with their offense fully. It looks good in moments. Other moments, it just looks horrible. Bo Nix just seems weird. He's missing so many deep balls this year. I feel like there's at least 3 times a game I see Bo Nix overthrow a receiver. And, yeah, I'm almost regretting taking him. I almost would rather have my 3 on San Francisco than, I'm going to do 3 then. I just can't trust. Dallas' defense is ass, too. Don't get me wrong, but Man, with how bad Dallas' defense is, this is a good chance for Denver to kick it into gear. We're just going to have to see. Like, I don't know if it's the play calling. I just don't know if... I don't know what's going on. Like, their offense has just been weird. Yes. We have the Wagon versus the Tennessee Titans. Give me the Wagon at home. Let's be honest, though. I mean, Tennessee's just been bad lately. And if this Colts offense is just going to keep putting up... Oops, I didn't even pick them. If this Colts offense is going to keep putting up numbers and doing stuff like that... 3 4 o'clock games, by the way. Kind of nasty. Just realized that. 3 or 4 o'clock games. That's kind of nasty. But, yeah, the Colts are my favorite pick of the week. Obviously, they have to win that game. And Atlanta, let's just get it over with. They're the second favorite because they're at home. Atlanta at home, Wagon. They're at home, Wagon. Green Bay, Pittsburgh. Oddly enough, I'm going to take Pittsburgh just solely from the fact that they've had 10 days to prepare. They're coming off a horrible loss that they're probably pissed off about. Aaron Rodgers' revenge game, and I just can't trust that. I can't. We'll put a 1 on this for right now, but I just thought about Josh Jacobs running all over that defense. But the Packers' offense, another team that's just weird. I mean, they've been scraping by some of these games. Last week they probably should have lost to the Cardinals on the road in Arizona, and now they're going to the Steelers. Going to Pittsburgh too. The fact that they weren't home either was making me kind of think about it. Cause, I mean, in the Bengals game, they looked like, ever since that 40-40 tie, like they lost to the Browns, they had that tie. They looked a little bit weird against the Bengals, but they won. Against the Arizona Cardinals, they looked a little bit weird, but they won. So I don't know. I just feel like this is a game that might get them. Like I said, I'm only going to put a 1 in this game. This is the game where it's like, whatever happens, happens, but I'm hoping maybe a lot of people pick Green Bay. I'm picking Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh finds a way to win. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is looking pretty damn good, and if their defense could have got a damn stop, they might have been able to win that game against the Bengals. But we're just going to have to see. I am very nervous about the Pittsburgh defense. Otherwise, game has a 1. And for this one, I have to take Kansas City. Marcus Mariota is playing, so that officially makes that, and we're going to double check up here to see if there's anything else that's worthy of me throwing like a 11 on it, but probably just going to leave it on the Chiefs because, like I said, they're playing Washington without Jaden Daniels. He's already been ruled out, and that gives them a lot of time to prep for Marcus Mariota. And honestly, I'm not too impressed that they won 31-0 against the Raiders. Charlotte's good in the NFL. I'm impressed by that part, but offensively, the Raiders were so bad. Matt Crosby got banged up and taken out, but the only reason I say I'm not impressed is because it's one of those things where it's like, all right, yep, they're officially back. Like I'm not impressed because I'm not shocked. The second Rashee Rice came back, I think a lot of people who kind of knew this was going to happen, and then it happens. It's like, okay, so they're just back, basically, is the best way to put it. And I'm curious to see how they're going to keep going. They have a game coming up with the Colts eventually that might be coming in important for the number 1 seed if the Colts keep playing this way, but. Yeah, like I said, the fact that there's no Jaden Daniels makes that kind of disappointing too, though. I'm not going to lie. We'll go 21-24 that one, keep it close. Most points this week will be the Colts because they're playing. I might just pick the Colts every week right now because the highest scoring offense just make that an easy tiebreaker. That might be the best idea, and we'll go Miami to score the least. That's going to be a sad game for them. That could potentially be a really sad game for them, especially if Atlanta continues their wagon status at home, but all right, time to throw it around a bit. Number-wise, Buffalo, Carolina. We'll go 8 right there for now because their defense is pretty good. I'm going to put some respect on them. We'll go a 6 there. Chargers, I'll go a 5. I do like Philly for the get back. I'm going to, like I said, the fact that Lamar Jackson's practicing, I think this is a kitchen sink game for Baltimore. Like, they have to win this game. And honestly, offensively last week, not the best game for Caleb Williams or the Bears offense. And I'm not going to lie to you, Caleb Williams, lately, they've been winning, playing good, but he has some games where it's kind of like, ooh, what is going on? Obviously he's only in year 2, so he still has a lot of time to grow, but there is some little side-eyeing to do a little bit. Like last game, for example. He didn't play the best, and there's some throws where you're like, what the hell was that? But, like I said, I'm not going to look too much into it. He's still, like I said, in year 2. they're playing pretty good. I feel like that's a good spot for my 10, and then I'll actually go 8. We'll bump all these. What's crazy is this is actually a big week. Sorry, I just got lost in thought for a second. But this is actually a week where I do not mind at all throwing big numbers around and everything. But, yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave it at. I honestly, not going to lie to you, this was, pick-wise, I mean, other than, I'd say, there's probably 2 picks I'm not Chargers one I'm kind of meh about. Rest of them, looking down so far, I feel pretty good. A little bit, San Francisco one's another one where I'm kind of like, man, I'm a little nervous about that one. But Denver, Dallas, a little bit nervous about that. Pittsburgh, a little bit nervous, but those are all the low numbers, so I'm kind of okay with that. I like my number placement this week. I'm hoping that, usually we lose a big number. I mean, we lost between 9 and 13, that's how it's been lately. So, the games we watch out for is Baltimore, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, Atlanta, and then obviously the Colts. But hoping this week will be a little bit better. I feel decent about it. Let's head back to the gridiron now and go over some of the games. And by the games, we are starting off with a Thursday night game, which is Chargers, Vikings. And as per usual, please feel free to check out StareDownSports.com. I will have all my articles coming out this weekend with all of the bets. Starting with tonight, we'll get out the Thursday night article. And then followed by the college, followed by Sundays, followed by Mondays, and so on and so forth. But Chargers, Vikings, Chargers are 3.5-point favorites. The hook bothers me a bit. If I can find them at -3, let me look around real quick. If I can get them at -3, I'll take the -3. -3.5, I might stay away. I mean, I think they can win that game by more than 3.5. I'm just very nervous about that. That hook, it's doing some things to me that just, I don't like. It's -102, so I'm hoping a lot more people bet on the Vikings to get to go down to -3. But like I said, if we can get Chargers -3, which I'm sure I'll be able to on some books, we'll take that. If it stays at 3.5, I might just stay away from it in general. Touchdown scores, kind of like Vidal this weekend. One of the receiver, I mean, who knows with the receivers. I'll probably have to look through the touchdown scores a bit more, I won't lie. Vidal was the first one that stuck out to me a little bit, and then I was looking at some other ones, but it's just so hard to tell from last week because there was just a lot of points scored in the Colts game, so I was just looking around. It's like, oh man, all these guys kind of scored last week, so it's not like hey, let's try to get this guy the ball this week. So it really could be anybody, but game plan wise, like I said, I'll look into it a little bit more. Receiving wise, looking into this game, who was it? I think it was, I kind of like Keenan Allen over 50 receiving yards, but stay away from that. Oronde Gadsden over 42.5. I really like that one, especially after the last game. It seems like he's starting to become a really needed and wanted target in that offense. So anything under 50 receiving yards, I like for Gadsden because I think that he's going to get about 50-ish is where I'm looking at. I think like 4 or 5 for 50. And yeah, who else was it? Sorry, I got a text that just completely blew up my thinking for a minute. But Jordan Addison, let me check his receiving yard real quick. I think he was the guy that I was looking at before I came on, and I was like, let me wait till I get on air to fully give him, 114, 41, 128. His over is at 30, he's at 54.5. That's a maybe. I kind of like it, don't fully love it, so I'm probably going to stay away from that. Trying to think where the Justin Herbert's 255. I think you do, but I'm probably going to stay away from that. Trying to find the touch. Sorry. Justin Herbert over 1.5 passing touchdowns -188. That's so damn annoying. Carson Wentz over 1.5 is +102. Don't mind that, but who was it? Vidal's rushing over 55.5. I might take that. And then I want to look at these quarterback ones, and then, like I said, I'll probably move on from this. There's a lot of this I was looking at. Like, a lot of these are maybes for me. Like, I kind of like Carson Wentz over his rushing yards. He's had 28, 13, 12 the last couple weeks. His over's at 11.5, so that's who it was for sure. I thought it was Vidal for a second. I apologize. It was not. It was Carson Wentz. I like Carson Wentz just rushing over. Good chance I'll be throwing that in the nasty boy as well that I'll be giving out. And then Herbert was the last guy I wanted to double check on. He was the only, because I won't lie to you, I liked the QB rushing yards when I looked at him, but before I got on, I didn't get a chance to double check how they've been last game. 6 for 31 against the Colts. With no running game, I'm assuming he is going to have to run a lot more, so I am going to take his rushing over as well. So yeah, I like both QB rush overs. I like Gaston over 42.5 receiving yards. If we can get Chargers -3, I like that too. And then I'm going to look at some some of the touchdown scores, and I'll double check the receiving props. But if I like them, I'll take them in my article. But I'm not fully sold on Addison one, so I'm going to stay away from that. Patriots are -7 against the Browns. Damn, what I put on them in Pickem? I forgot that they were that big of a spread, honestly. I think I was a lot more scared than I should have been. Or a lot more scared than I shouldn't have been. I guess I put 7 on them, like that spread. Kind of hilarious. Probably a stay away from me. I might take Drake May over passing touchdowns because the rush defense is pretty good for the Browns. But I don't know. Where's this at? For him to throw 2 touchdowns, -130, I do like that. We'll take it. So yeah, Drake May over 1.5 passing touchdowns is -130. I like that. And a lot of these props, I'll give out a lot of leans so I don't drag it on like this for every single game. But like I said, if you really are interested in a lot of these props and everything, I'm going to double check on them over on Friday and Saturday when a lot of these games are actually having the props out, because usually about half, some of them do. I'm so shocked that some of these even do, to be honest, because usually they don't at all. It's just like, well, because this guy's injured, this guy's maybe, this guy's I don't know. They don't have anything up, but I do like Drake May's passing over. I might take the Patriots spread. I'm not fully sold yet, so that's one that's in red. Because, I mean, they are good, but 7's kind of big for how good that defense is, but the Patriots are at home. Bills, 7.5-point favorites over the Panthers. I'm just going to stay away from that one because the Panthers could potentially backdoor that. Prop-wise, might take some Rico Dowdle stuff because of the Bills being kind of booty cheeks in the run game. Over 49.5. Good chance they get touched up. We'll see on that one, though. Eagles, 7.5-point favorites over the Giants. It's another one that's I don't think I will, but there is a chance. Let's see. We'll do a Pats, Bills, Eagles teaser so far. I'm usually not a big fan of these, but we might do a mega teaser this week just for fun. But that might be a thing. I'm not going to give it out, but I might do it for fun myself just because of where the numbers are at. Ravens, 6.5-point favorites over the Bears. I actually will take that one just because, like I said, I think this is a kitchen sink game for the Ravens. So they're probably going to come out of the bye with everything they got, which they could potentially beat the Bears bad. But the only thing that's going to scare me about this cover is the defense. The Ravens defense still kind of bad, but maybe over the bye they were able to fix some things, get some guys healthier in some other cases, but I do like that. I'm going to have to potentially check out some Derrick Henry props because potentially they might try to get him back in the game and using him. Falcons, -7.5 over the Dolphins. Man, there's some massive spreads this week. Going to stay away from that one. I do like the Falcons. You know what? This is a maybe. Falcons, -7 at home. -7.5, at home. That's a maybe. There is a chance I do actually take that, though, because, they're at home, so they're going to play awesome. Bijan Robinson, oh, mama. I just thought about Bijan Robinson. We're going to, what does Bijan Robinson have? Bijan Robinson have 100 rushing yards, is +136. Book that. He is probably going to, I won't even lie to you. I'm tempted to, this is something I'm going to do on the side. I definitely don't, I don't recommend it personally, but Bijan have 150 rushing yards +750. I'm going to be sprinkling that because he might run all over that Dolphins defense. The one thing that the Dolphins are known for is giving it up on the ground. Who did they even play last week? I can't. I already forgot who they played last week. We're going to check that. Sorry to do this live. I just wanted to prove a point with how bad the Dolphins are. They've given up a 100-yard rusher, I think, like every game, basically. Last week, they played the Browns. Quinshon Judkins. How did he do on the ground? Oh, 25 for 84. He didn't totally get 100, but like I said, it's Bijan Robinson. So, we're going to see. I might not do the 151, but I am going to for sure take him over 100 rushing yards. I think the fact that it's plus money is actually kind of awesome. And it makes me happy. 49ers on the money line is -102. That's a maybe. I don't think I'm going to take it, but I might. If the day goes, if I end up having a good Saturday, I might end up sprinkling 49ers on the side. But overall, I am a bit nervous about them because the Texans are starting to get to that point too where they're just going to throw everything out of game because they really need to win. Bengals 6.5-point favorites over the Jets. That's just to stay away from me. We'll probably look into some Jamar Chase props and some Joe Flacco props as well because if he's going to throw he's probably going to do that again. But might not be this game, but more games like that are coming than not, especially with how bad the offensive line is. So the only thing I'm scared of is Joe Flacco turning back into a pumpkin, which we have seen happen before after a great couple games. So might try to capitalize on that in the prop game, but I'm just going to stay away from it sidewise. Buccaneers -4.5 against the Saints. Tempting. That's a maybe for me. We'll see if I end up taking it or not. But yeah, like I said, we'll see if I end up taking that. I'm probably not going to. 4.5 just feels like a weird number. If anything, I might just take. I don't know what the odds would be, but I might just do a Colts money line, Bucks money line, and then throw the Falcons money line. Throw 3 safe teams in and make it plus 100. If I really wanted to get greedy and bet this game, I might do that, but. -4.5. There's just something weird about the number. That's stay away from me. Cowboys Broncos. The only thing I might take is some props, but like I said, I want to look more into that game. I haven't got to a lot of these 4:00 games yet. I just got finished with some of the 1:00 ones, so prop wise, and that was just a first look through, and I'm talking early lean, so I don't want to give out some of that stuff just yet, but I'll just give out at least, like I said, a lean, so I'll give you out what I'm thinking. Like I said, Cowboys Broncos. I haven't really got to that game yet, so as of right now, it's a stay away from me. Spread both sides for sure. Sidewise, it's just stay away from me. After last week, I need a week or two off from the Broncos, man. I don't know if I gave them out, but definitely took it live, and boy, I need a break from them for a minute. That was too stressful. Colts -14.5 over the Titans. I mean, it's a ridiculous spread, but I might take it. I might take the Colts at an alt spread too. Personally, I don't recommend it. But I'm probably going to take them at -19.5. Maybe even take them -27.5, see what that is. It's a bit disrespectful. I don't think I'm going to go to the 27.5 one. But I am going to maybe try to see if I can get the Colts to 20 or something. Because they could potentially beat the Titans. That game could get ugly quick. Sunday Night Football, Steelers, Packers. Steelers +3 is a lean as of right now. I don't know if I fully want to take it. Probably will end up in the article, but as of right now, I'm just not. I don't know, man. It's just weird. Steelers have been playing really kind of good, but they lost 10 days. They lost 10 days ago. As of them playing that game on Sunday, that was not the best of losses to have, especially with that defense. Packers have Micah Parsons, but their offense has been weird lately. I don't know, man. So I'm gonna stay away for now, but tempted to take the Steelers. Very, very tempted. The Monday night, Chiefs -11.5 over the Commanders. I'll get more to that game, honestly, on Monday. I haven't even looked at that game to begin with. Now that I know that Jaden Daniels is out, that changes so much in that game. So, yeah, we're going to have to come back to that one. So, my bets for official for the NFL this week. We've got the 4 leans I got. Pats -7, 49ers money line, Steelers +3, Colts -14.5. We'll see. I'm not fully sold on those because originally I came in not having too much, and I already have a lot more on my sheet than I kind of expected that I ended up taking. So we'll see on some of those. But official plays, if I can get it, I'll take Chargers -3. If not, we'll stay away from the side. We'll take Gatson over 41.5 or 42.5 receiving yards. Carson Wentz's rushing over of 11.5. We'll take Herbert's rushing over of 16.5. We'll take Drake May over 1.5 passing touchdowns. We'll take Rico Dowdle's rushing over probably at 49.5. We're going to take it. I don't know why I said probably. Ravens -6.5. Falcons -7.5. Bijan over 100+ rushing yards. And then Bucks -4.5 is a maybe. Probably going to end up on it. I probably shouldn't, though. As you can see, I'm very torn on that one, so I wouldn't. Take that one at your own risk. I have no idea on that one. It's just those games are weird, man. Saints and Bucks, they have some really, really weird games. As for college football, we're basically going to confirm them or deny them on the show. Because I was looking through, and I'm not going to lie to you, not the biggest fan of it this week. I'm sure as I look through again, I'll have some more, but I kind of lean Cal money line on Friday. That probably is something I'm going to take, is California money line over Virginia Tech. Delaware, but we'll go to Wednesday real quick. Delaware, Middle Tennessee, nothing there. Thursday, nothing there. So, yeah, Cal Friday. Yeah, that's probably the only game I'm going to take is Cal on the money line, if I take any. Ole Miss, Oklahoma, that's a game I'm interested in. I don't think I have full side on that one. Kansas State, Kansas should be a fun one. Got nothing there. We're going to take South Florida minus 4.5 over Memphis. This game went from being like a huge game for the group of 5 to Memphis losing kind of makes it a, hey, South Florida, get out of there with a massive win, and there's a chance that you can make it to the college football playoffs. Their only loss is to the U, which maybe not the best of the loss, but for as a group of 5, it shouldn't look too bad, especially at the time of the loss happening. So that could be a massive win for South Florida. I like for them to get it there. Kind of like Purdue on the money line at home as dogs, but that I'm going to not do it to us this week, so I don't think I'm going to take them. Virginia minus 10.5, tempted over North Carolina, not going to do it. Georgia Tech minus 17.5, tempted, yet again, not going to do it. Wake Forest on the I might take Wake Forest plus 3.5. I kind of want to get nasty, because this could be a look-ahead spot for SMU. SMU next week after Wake Forest has Miami, so that is a massive game for SMU. So this potentially could be a weird spot for them. So I kind of like Wake plus 3.5 there in that game. I'll admit, not my favorite pick I'm going to give out, but there's one that I'm like, yeah, just liked it just enough to do it. Indiana minus 25.5. Probably going to stay away. Kind of like it. We're going to take Utah State on the money line. We're going to try to double dip and see if we can get them to hit our season win total over as well. They are 2.5-point dogs to New Mexico. I just think I like them as a dog spot here. I wouldn't be shocked if they lost this one. I like this one in Wake Forest about on the same level where they were almost on the chopping board, but like them just enough to take them. Vanderbilt over Missouri. Tempted to take Vanderbilt. That's one you might see them come back on my slip. If not, I might just take maybe might end up taking their money line or something, throw it in the nasty boy. There's a very good chance that could happen. For being honest, very good chance to end up in the nasty boy. BYU, 2-point dogs to Iowa State. Very intriguing line there. The books know something. This might be the game where BYU loses. It's a very, very fishy line. So that's just a game I wanted to bring up to like, hey, let's keep an eye on that one. That is a very fishy game. Cincinnati minus 3.5 over Baylor. That's a game to keep an eye on for Cincinnati as they just keep winning. So all of a sudden it's like, hey, are you going to make the college football playoffs? Are you going to make the Big 12 title game? They just may. Oregon minus 33.5 over Wisconsin. I might take that spread. There's a really good chance they just might beat the shit out of Wisconsin, especially the way that Wisconsin's been playing lately. I can't take them or trust them there. Texas A&M, LSU. Kind of want to take Texas A&M. Gonna stay away. Might be a fun game I might end up watching, though. Past that, Auburn, Arkansas might be an interesting game because of the huge free situation. Alabama, South Carolina should be a good game. Illinois, Washington. I might actually take Illinois on the money line there. I'm at least going to take Illinois plus 4.5. If Illinois wins this game, this is a massive game for Illinois. This might be, honestly, their biggest game left remaining on their schedule. If Illinois wins this game, the rest of the remaining schedule is Rutgers, very beatable. Maryland, very beatable. Wisconsin, very beatable. Northwestern, very beatable. All of a sudden, if you're Illinois and you win out, your only losses are to number 1, Ohio State, number 2, Indiana. Maybe you make the college football playoffs. I did sprinkle. I will say, I don't recommend this either, but I took it personally. I sprinkled Illinois. You know what? If you're feeling ballsy with me, plus 1,800 Illinois to make the college football playoffs. They need to win out to make the college football playoffs, and because of the losses, they will not make the title game. So they're going to be a 10-2 team, not make the Big Ten title game, so they won't get that third loss. Very good chance they won't make the college football playoffs. Like I said, they're traveling to Washington though, but this is a massive game they need to win. if they win this, like I said, college football playoff chances for them. So I like them at least to cover the plus 4.5. I might even take them on the money line. Pitt, NC State might just be a fun little ACC game. Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, that's going to be a blowout probably. Boy, especially after Texas Tech losing last week. Texas, Mississippi State, TCU, West Virginia. Miami, Stanford. Watch out, Miami. Stanford's been, oh man, they've been crazy lately with what they've been doing. Let's see, is there any other? Not really. Utah, Colorado's a decent one. Arizona State, Houston. Tennessee, Kentucky. So there's a lot of decent games this weekend. So should be another fun slate of college football. So my one lean as of right now is official bets for college football, week 9. Vandy minus 2.5 is a lean. Not fully going to take it, but it's at least going to end up in the nasty boy. Cal money line, South Florida minus 4.5, Wake plus 3.5, Utah State money line, Oregon minus 33.5, and Illinois plus 4.5. And if you're feeling ballsy and you want to take it with me, Illinois to make the college football playoffs plus 1,800. They win this game, they got a real shot to make it. They lose this game, they ain't making shit, and that bet is dead as hell. So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for the support. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back in this feed Tuesday to go over all the reactions to the weekend that was. We'll take another look at the futures market just to see what's changed from the weekend, see who's looking where, division-wise, who's number 1 seed, all that fun jazz. But have a fun weekend. I will see everyone, like I said, back in this feed next Tuesday.